Hey guys, how you doing? Yes, my name is Kathu and welcome to my channel. Learn Math with Kathu. So, in our last lesson, when we were looking at the trick for mastering table 15, I left you with one question for practice. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll leave the link to that video in the description box below so that you're all on the same page. So what was the question? Work out that divided by 15. Okay? So anytime you see a question like this, you should automatically know that you need to be conversant with table 15. Okay? And this is what you said about table 15. This is what you said about table 15. Sorry. This is 15 times 1 times 2 times 3 times 4 times 5 times 6 times 7 times 8 times 9 and times 10. Okay? So this is basically what we said about table 15. So now we can answer this question very easily. Okay? So, where does 33 fall in table 15? 33 is in between 30 and 45, okay? So that means that we'll go with 30 because 30 is less than 33. So that means that we'll write a 2 here because 2 times 15 is 30. When you subtract, you get 3. The next step will be to drop the 7. 37 is also in between 30 and 45. So we'll write we'll use 30 because of the same reason. So we'll write a 2 here because 2 times 15 is 30 and 7 minus 0 is 7. The last step will be to drop the 5. When you drop the 5, you get 75. Where is 75 in table 15? 75 is here. Yes, so we'll write a 5 because as you can see 5 times 15 is 75 and 75 minus 75 is 0. Are we together? So that means that the answer to that question is 225. Are we together? Exactly. So yes. So today I'd like us to go through, to continue going through the multiplication tricks. So today I'd like us to go through the multiplication trick for mastering table 16. Okay, so far we've gone through the tricks for mastering tables 1 to 15. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. So let's now go through table 16. So, table 16. Here it is. So table 16 is very similar to what we did in table 8. Okay? In fact, table 16 is like writing table 8 up to 8 times 20. Okay? So let me show you how. So for table 16, just like we did for tables 2 and 8, we'll draw a table that has 5 columns and 2 rows, just like this. Okay, but here we'll draw 2 tables instead of 1. Okay, so let's now start by dealing with the first table as we go to the second. So for the numbers in the tens place, we'll start by writing all the numbers from 1 to 16 in ascending order. Okay. Side note, if you don't understand what the tens number place is, I'll leave the link to the place value of whole numbers in the description box below so that you're all on the same page. So yeah, we'll write all the numbers from 1 to 16 in ascending order, okay? Yeah, so for the first row, we'll write, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? When we get to the second row, we'll repeat the 4 before we begin counting. Okay, so in short, what we wrote as the last digit in the first row is what we'll write as the first digit in the second row. Okay, so because we wrote a 4 here, we'll write a 4 here as well. So we'll continue. So we have 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Are we together? Yes. Now remember that you drew 2 tables. And the second table is just a continuation of the first table. The second table is just a continuation of the first table. So we'll continue counting. So for the third row, do we continue counting from 9? No, not at all. So for this new row, we'll continue counting from 8. So we'll have 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Are we together? Yes. So for this last row, we'll continue counting from 12 and not 13, right? So we'll continue. So we'll have 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. Okay? And that is it for the digits in the tens place. So for the digits in the ones place, we'll simply write all the even numbers from 8 to 0 in descending order. Descending order just means from the largest to the smallest. Okay? And this is what we did for table 8. So if you don't know what even and odd numbers are, I'll leave the link in the description box below. Okay? So here we'll have, as usual, we'll start with the first table. So here we'll have 8, 6, 4, 2, 0. 8, 6, 4, 2, 0. Okay? And since the second table is just a continuation, we continue the same pattern. So we'll continue. So we'll have 8, 6, 4, 2, 0. 8, 6, 4, 2, 0. Are we together? Yes. So now that we have this, how do we find table 16? So we'll just need to circle the numbers that come after 8 and 24. Or, okay, in short, we'll just be skipping one number in order to get table 16. Okay? So here, we'll skip the first number and circle this number here. Skip this, circle this. Skip this, circle this. Skip this, circle this. Skip this, circle this. Moving on swiftly. Skip this, sorry. Circle this. Skip this, circle this. Skip this, circle this. Skip this, circle this. Skip this, circle this. Okay? And with that, you have your table 16. Are we together? So this is 16 times 1, 16 times 2, 16 times 3, 16 times 4, 16 times 5. Then we have 16 times 6, 16 times 7, 16 times 8, 16 times 9, and 16 times 10. Okay? So that is your table 16. So let's write it out neatly. So here 16 times 1 is this. Times 2 is this. Times 3 is this. times 4 is this. Times 5 is this. Times 6 is this. Times 7 is this. Times 8 is this. Times 9 is this. And times 10 is 160. Are we together? And just like that, we have our table 16. Okay? Yeah, so with that we can call it a day. So as usual, I'll leave you one question for practice. Work out this divide by 16. Okay, that's a very, very easy question. So math is quite easy and fun, right? Exactly. Practice makes perfect. If you enjoyed the lesson, feel free to like, share, because sharing is caring, and subscribe so that you don't miss any time I upload a new video. Subscribing is free. Yay! See you in 2 weeks' time. Same place, same time. Bye!